Good Monday evening, everyone, and welcome back to Monday Night Safety Stop. Of course, we are debuting this fall here on our YouTube channel. So, JoJo, what's going on?
Oh well, I'm trying to kind of navigate through the new YouTube channel.
Well, we're coming on a couple of minutes early because we didn't know how this was going to work out. So we kind of was trying to plan for contingencies if, you know, it didn't work. So,
Yeah.
You-
Do you have a way to see comments? Because I don't.
I do actually, on my live video or my producer board here. So I just have to kind of cut my head over to the other screen. So yeah, I mean it's a learning process, right?
It is. Normally, I'm used to seeing chat on the side here, but I don't have it. I have a bunch of YouTube videos.
Hey, I understand completely, but of course, the whole reason for the move directly to YouTube was Facebook deleting the videos after 30 days. And so, if you wanted to go back and you missed, an episode that you wanted to catch from last month, you're not going to be able to do it. So here, at least they will be, all the episodes will be available uh, going forward, and we got a ton of episodes, from the
Oh yeah,
past here on our channel.
yeah. I think I've seen like 81 videos alone.
Yeah,
So,
of course, that was back towards the spring or back in the spring when we were broadcasting on both Facebook and YouTube. So, here we are back for the fall season, and you know what that means, JoJo? We are on the
Halloween.
backside of the diving season.
I know, right? And it's feeling like it too.
Let me tell you, when just before we took our summer break, the water temperature was right at 70 degrees and warming up. And now we're at 77 and cooling down.
uh, I know I can feel it. I think it was last weekend I was there. Yeah, I don't remember. No, it wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before I was down.
Oh, yeah.
And
But,
you could definitely tell that the ambiance is changing.
oh, yeah. We said that this weekend, you can tell fall is in the air now. I mean, it's, cooler. Not that I'm complaining because those days we were having in the summer season, I mean, were, yeah, unless you were, 30, 40 feet underwater, it was miserable.
Yeah, it was quite warm. My AC is enjoying the break, that's for sure.
Yeah.
We went from full blast to turning it off. So
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I understand that. But, it has been an awesome summer season. Lots of cool things have happened since we last got together here on Monday Night Safety Stop. It's only thing I can say is let's dive into it. Kind of recap. All the cool things. Of course, summer season started Memorial Day weekend. Had a really good turnout for that. And then the next, I guess I ain't gonna say big thing, but Choptima rebreathers from Dive Right. We had our first rebreather class the week before Women's Dive Day. Actually, the week of Women's Dive Day. So there was a lot going on that week. Let me tell you. But really, like every year, the one that steals the show is Women's Dive Day. Uh, I don't know that we're going to be able to top that one.
it was definitely fun. Uh, let's see, you had pirate shanties, and you even had some little shows going on,
Oh,
and
it
the
was.
gold chest full of gold bars. Everybody got to get their prizes out of.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, and I tell you, we have a video of Women's Dive Day, and it's awesome. It's 11 minutes long, so I'm working to kind of condense that down to some of the highlights. But it's we're going to post the full video here on our YouTube channel later on. But for the moment, like I said, I'm gonna try to condense it down so that we can play it on a later episode for you guys. But I mean, Pirates was awesome. Um,
Yeah,
you know, Even had our good friend Sean, who former owner of Music City Scuba, who does pirate. What do you call it? Like it's not really reenacting, but
cosplay.
yeah. So he come down and spent the day, and it was. And what did you think about the way the treasure hunt started?
I liked it. Going out with starting with a bang. That was just
It did. It started with a bang. Oh, but there
So
was that was probably the largest women's dive day event to date. I mean, there was I forget 160 something in the treasure hunt. Um,
yeah,
it
we
was.
literally had a full chest of gold bars to hand out to
Oh yeah.
everybody.
Well, in the intro, whenever they brought the gold bars down. So let me kind of tell you, if you wasn't at Women's Dive Day, we had a big chest courtesy of JoJo. He built this a couple of years ago for treasure hunt stuff, and we actually got to use it as a prop this year. For kind of the main event, and all of the treasure hunt prizes were in or labeled in this treasure chest. So all the prizes are out on a table, and then the little gold bars contained what prize you won. And in years past, we've always used the rings with numbers, and the numbers go to an envelope, and the envelope, you open it up, this is what you get. Well, guess what? We didn't do that this year. It was you turn your ring in, you get to pick a box. So I mean, nobody knew. It was just like completely, not that it wasn't before, but it was completely you pick. You
Yeah,
know, it's luck of the draw.
yeah. The staff couldn't rig anything up. It was as fair as it can be. It's what you got was what you got out of that
Oh
box.
yeah. I mean, and you picked. I mean, you could pick any of the gold bars to see what prize was inside. So it wasn't that you get this gold bar. It was your pick, one bar.
And then, of course, we got to talk about our newest dive attraction because
Oh,
of
I
that.
know. So, so if you have been to the park this summer, or especially after Women's Dive Day, you notice the big pirate ship play set that was used during Women's Dive Day. Well, it is now setting at the bottom of the playground, and Captain Jack has ventured from the sailboat over to the pirate ship. So he is now the captain of Penny's Revenge.
Yes. Uh, so hopefully everybody that was there this summer got to put their name on it, and now they can go find it at our newest dive attraction.
Oh yeah, and it's setting in about 20 feet of water, so very easy to get to. Like JoJo said, a lot of people, even after the event, signed their name to it. So next time you're in diving at the park and you get over to the pirate ship, you signed it. Look for your name.
Yeah, and if you want to know where it is, it's if you remember all those little dinosaurs where it's just off to the north of those on the line.
Oh yeah,
So you're coming from the, the upside down truck. It'll be on your left
yep,
first thing before you get to the dinosaurs. If
yep.
you're coming from the yacht, the motorcycle, it'll be on your right just past the dinosaurs.
Yeah. Now it doesn't have a surface marker on it yet. Of course, with it being made out of wood, it's got to saturate. We've got weights on it right now, or weights in it
A lot
to
of
help.
weight.
Yeah, a lot of weights. But so we have to let it saturate before we can put a marker on it because we don't want it coming back up. It was hard
Give
enough
it
to get
6
it to
months.
sink. I mean that was a comic show in itself. If you
Oh, it
guys
was.
were
It was
diving
comical.
on, yeah, on Labor Day, you probably seen. I know there were a ton of divers that were getting pictures of us, or videos of us
Oh
getting
yeah,
it into the water.
into the water. Yeah, he should have been out there trying to get it down though.
Oh,
Thing kept wanting to roll. It's like we get to start sinking, and then all of a sudden it would roll over. We have to start all over again.
oh yeah. All right. So I am actually seeing comments. So let me just pause for just a second. Krista says it was a stressful week. Emily's waving. Yeah, Krista said cosplay. Sorry, I'm getting used to this new format here, so bear with me.
I don't like it
Yep.
because I don't get to see any of them.
Well, and I really need to move this screen over here so that I'm not twisting my head trying to. There we go.
If
All right.
I can't see him, nobody else can see him.
Well, it should be on the like if you go to the actual stream,
Yep,
you should be able to see it, see the comments.
I'm on the screen.
You're on this. Oh, okay. Hey, this is a
I'm
work in progress.
one of the 7 people watching right
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like Steve Stormer just chimed in. Hello, all. So, hello, Steve. JoJo's lost because he can't see comments.
now. I know. I don't like that. I want to see a comment.
Yeah, Emily says we all see it. uh, yeah. Well, let me see. Like I said, because I don't. Yeah, this is the first time we have soloed on YouTube, so bear with us. Oh, yeah. Let's see. I gotta pause it. Okay, so yeah, so Joe, I am actually on the. If you go to the YouTube page, it'll show that we're live. I've got it
Yep.
clicked open right now, looking at it, and I can see the comments on the right hand side of the screen.
That's normally where I'd see him. Let's see. I close it and open it. No, I still got videos.
I had to mute my audio because I was hearing myself talk.
Yeah, yeah. Mine's muted. My could be my son changed some of the settings on my crap. Who knows?
Sorry,
By
we're
the
trying to.
way,
Yeah, we're
thanks
trying.
everybody for the support you gave my son. That was absolutely breathtaking. I didn't know what to say about that. That is crazy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you'll have to forgive us. We're fumbling through this first time on YouTube, trying to get used to the all the controls and everything. I kind of feel like an open water student again.
Well, you are if you're talking about going on that brand new system that you're running,
Oh yeah,
the Ovelo system.
oh yeah. We're going to get into that here in just a minute. Um, let's see here. So, can you see the comments yet or not?
I'm looking. I'm going through settings and stuff.
Okay, Krista says, tell JoJo look in the upper right corner and see if it shows chat. I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube, so
I mean, I do, but it's normally not something I have to look for.
yeah. All right, JoJo's looking. So let's see here. Hey, and also while JoJo's trying to find that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're going to try to grow since we're going to be here, from now until we don't know when.
Yeah,
Huh?
I'm not even subscribed. What?
You're not. Yeah, you're
And
not.
to subscribe. I wasn't even subscribed to their own channel. What the?
Well, it's a transitional period that we're still figuring it out. It's kind of like when you get that new dive computer, and all you see all the bells and whistles on it, and it's like, ooh, how do I work it? Steve says, great dives today. Never found the pirate ship. Well, we're going to help you out with that, Steve. We're going to here, hopefully in a couple 3 weeks, we'll have a surface marker on it once it gets kind of saturated. Let's see. You might be an open water student after being out of the water so long. Hey, believe it or not, I was actually in the water a week ago.
He's been in the water quite a bit this week.
I have more dive. Honestly, this is no joke. I have more dives in the park in the last 2 months than probably the last 2 years combined.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, if we get 5 minutes of free time, he's actually going down to the water to go diving. It's like, where'd Chris go? He's diving.
Well, and I have to contribute a little bit of that to the Avelo system. Because the one of the last episodes before our summer break, we had Ben from Avelo on and was talking about the upcoming tour, which we had, and I actually took part in and got certified on the Avelo. And so, thanks to Avelo and not having to wear a wetsuit or a dry suit, staying shallow, I mean, it's just as simple as the Avelo tank, the jetpack, my regulator, and mask, fins, snorkel, jump in the water.
It is a
I
cool
kid you
little
not.
setup.
Huh?
Small. It is a cool little setup, and it's small.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I love
Uh,
filming the tanks. I gotta say that. They're so light. But I'll take those tanks any day.
yeah. Well, and that's one thing that I have to say, when we had been, excuse me, when we had been on the show here, asking questions, neither one of us really knew a lot about Avelo. And there's still, if you've not had your hands on it, if you haven't been through the recreational Avelo diver class, folks, I've been diving for 34 years. And in that 34 years, I have had to master buoyancy and, different types of gear and equipment changes. This was, I mean, just fantastic. That's really all I can say about it. Believe it or not, I use zero weights when I dive with a Velo. No weight. Absolutely no weight. Now imagine being able to jump in the water and not have any weight on. I'm not talking about a steel cylinder, giving you a little extra weight. I'm not talking about an aluminum cylinder, because we all know aluminum does what when it gets, half empty? It becomes buoyant. So now you're fighting, trying to stay down if you don't have enough weight. With the Avelo, all I got to do is push a button. Push a button, it puts 2 pounds of water into the Avelo cylinder, and guess what? I'm neutral again.
I'm really jealous of that one. I think
Yeah.
I want to get on that one because it does look like a lot of fun.
Well, honestly, and forgive me, because I was, after making that dive Monday, which I really shouldn't have done, but ended up getting sick, so I'm getting over that now. But, as far as the Avelo, Wally and myself went through the Avelo class that first day that they were there. And honestly, I have not touched my BC since then. Now, we're getting ready to go to Roatan here in 4 weeks. So, unless I can figure out a way to get this to Roatan, I'm going to have to get back into the BC, the whole, So I probably need a refresher course on it.
Oh, I'm pretty sure if you dug around, you could probably find a rental place somewhere. They are starting to pop up more.
So one thing about it is Avelo is not in Roatan. Now the week after our tour, the Ben, the rep, he left from the park, caught a plane, and went to Cozumel. So they are now available in Cozumel at Eldora Divers. So if you can get certified on Avelo, Louisville Dive Center does it. We're doing it now. And you can get certified on it. And when you go to Cozumel, Bonaire, hopefully in the future, Roatan, that's in the Philippines, it's in Malaysia. They've got several places that they're at. And if you're certified, you can dive them. You can rent it and dive it. We were actually having a conversation on Saturday about, a diver just purchasing the jetpack and traveling with it and only having to rent a cylinder, which, give it about 5 years, let the price come down a little bit. But, theoretically, you could do that. Let's see. I'm going to jump over here to the. Let me. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to get my microphone adjusted here. Let me get over here to the comments real quick. Let's see. Randy says, ballpark, how much weight do you dive with? So it depends on what cylinder I'm using. So aluminum, I can about 14 with no wetsuit, nothing. It's just rash guard, trunks, and my gear. 14 pounds with an 80 cubic foot aluminum cylinder. With my 130 steel cylinder, same configuration, I can do about 8 pounds. So steel is going to offset some of the weight needed, but with the Avelo, it's a carbon fiber cylinder. It's using water instead of air, and so that basically eliminates a lot of the need for that additional weight. Jojo, are you froze?
No, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. I didn't see you moving. I was like, wait a minute.
It's about the same concept of a submarine. They
Oh yeah.
pump in their water with ballast tanks to make themselves negative. Pretty much, in essence, you're reducing the internal volume.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Boyle's law. It's based on volumetric. That the less volume you have, the more denser you are, and sink.
Yeah.
So it's kind of working that same principle.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, if you want to get heavier, you put a little bit more water into the cylinder. If you want to get lighter, you purge some of the water out of the cylinder. If you're neutral, I mean, you just stop and you hover. I mean, there's no real, huge adjustments until about 20 minutes into the dive. Now, after about 20 minutes, just breathing, we breathe off about 2 pounds of air. So, of course, that's going to cause a little bit of buoyancy, becoming a little bit positive. You'll feel it a little bit, and you just put more, just hit the pump, put another 2 pounds of water in, and you're back to hovering without even thinking about it.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying just once you're all neutral, even breathing, you don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Which I'm used to using my breath to control my buoyancy.
Well, and you still do to an extent, but it's not like with a BC. So, I mean, you'll notice, when you stop and you hover, when you breathe in, you'll feel yourself come up just a bit, but when you exhale, you'll drop just a bit. And I mean, 2 or 3 inches, maybe. I mean, it's not a lot, but you can tell. But you're controlling it with your breathing. So if I wanted to hover, I just sit there and, as I'm breathing, I'm just, kind of staying in place, just, moving up and down, couple 3 inches either way. Trust me. Here's the cool thing. The other day when I was on it, and this was Saturday, I believe, I actually had a stare down contest with one of the big bass. It came right up to my mask. And I mean, it is like right here staring at me. And I'm hovering. I'm just sitting there looking at him. And I mean, he come right up to me, eyeball to eyeball.
Yeah, I had one. I mean, those things are freaking 12 inches and they're fat. They're eating well.
Oh, well, they had a bluegill buffet. What are you talking about?
You haven't noticed the bait ball seem a little thinner this year.
Emily says, what issues will you maybe run into for transport? So with like anything, cylinders and weights, you don't typically travel with if you're flying. And the same concept with a Velo, not necessarily the weight of it, but because it's a high pressure cylinder. So you could actually check them. But you would have to depressurize and devalve them, and then you could put them in a check bag and you could check them. But of course, when you get to where you're going, now that you've not had air in it and you've had the valve out of it, now it has to be visually inspected. So that's kind of the conundrum there with traveling with the complete Avelo system. If it's a place that has a Velo or Avelo cylinders, then you could simply take the jetpack, a couple of batteries, and take the system with you.
Yeah,
Uh,
it makes me wonder though, is the battery small enough to carry on?
yes, they are.
I know
Eh,
with some of the scooters we've ran into that issue.
Yeah, and I have failed, and I apologize. Todd Ransford chimed in and said, "Hi, kids," and I did not. I just now seen it. Hello, Todd. Bear with us because we're still getting used to this whole new commenting system. Uh, yeah, I'm looking at a different screen. JoJo can't see the comments.
I can't see them at all. I don't know. I see videos of cartoons for my kids.
So you know what that means. You could actually make comments about JoJo. Just say, "Hey, don't tell JoJo," and I won't.
Yeah. I don't know why I can't see anybody's comments.
Uh, but yeah, it's I don't know either. But so hello, Todd. But yeah, I mean, the Avelo system. So a lot of cool things going on this summer. Um, I mean, wow, that's all I can say. Visibility right now is amazing. Uh,
Finally,
Yeah, 30 to 40 foot. Water level is actually down, believe it or not. When we were on towards the end of spring, we were flooded. The water was higher. Now the water is lower. So,
I mean, even Women's Dive Day, we're well into July, and the visibility still wasn't really good.
oh, yeah. Well, look at all the rain that we had, how wet of a late spring and early summer. I mean, you get hit with some of those storms, that drop 2 inches of rain in 30 minutes. I mean, you're not going to keep visibility, but
I don't think it stopped raining. It's like we might get a day, and then it was raining again for the
yeah,
next
oh,
three
yeah.
days.
Yep, that is true. But on another note, we still got a couple months of diving left to do. If you haven't seen it, we are now on our fall schedule. So weekends, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., both Saturday and Sunday. Here in a couple of weeks, we'll be going through, myself and Wally will be going through the Avelo instructor course at the end of this month, which is really funny because we do that the weekend before we go to Roatan. So I'm expecting to be sick before I go to Roatan. Randy asked, so are the season pass holders officially over? No. Season passes are valid the entire season during normal business hours. So right now, Saturdays and Sundays, season passes are honored. So yeah, it's just you can't make reservations with them. You can't use them during special, off season days or outside of regular business hour days. So no, they are still good. Steve says visibility today was great. Water level went way down. Well, that's because I got out of the water, Steve.
I wasn't there either, so it must really be down.
It was just one of those comments that Steve made earlier. That's I was just kind of make up for that one. But still plenty of time to dive. I mean, the water is cooling down. 2 weeks it dropped about 5 degrees. So we're basically on average. This time of year, we see about 3 degrees per week in a drop. So we'll just see how how Mother Nature plays out. I know the rest of this week it's supposed to keep getting warmer during the day. I think I seen Saturday the high is going to be like 93. So that's going to help water temperatures, from not plummeting. Be warm during the day, cool at night. So it's still going to keep cooling, but at least the daytime temperatures will help, mitigate any substantial drops. Of course, I know JoJo don't want to hear that because his dry suit's getting a new zipper put in it right now.
It's supposed to be back, but by the time October gets here. So.
Okay.
But I know I still got my good old 5 mil, which typically gets me through October.
Yeah.
Typically.
And you know what? Speaking of October, now this is JoJo's favorite time of year. Take it away, JoJo.
Yep, yep, yep. Put it on your calendars. October 25th. We are doing our little Halloween bash, where we get a couple shops are putting on the zombie apocalypse. So if you haven't done that one, we can get you information to those shops. It's a fun one. I think a couple have like air cannons.
Oh yeah.
Uh, they do a bunch of things, little scenarios where you get bit by zombies and get things like that.
Well, I
So,
think the
so,
gist
so
of it, I think the object behind it is you got to save the doctor who has the cure for the zombie
yeah,
apocalypse, and if you
yeah,
fail, everybody turns into zombies. So yeah, it's a fun class.
yeah. What was it like a 27-day later, almost kind of thing
Yeah.
going on?
But yeah, I know Water Dogs and Ohana Dive Company are the two shops that are putting that class on. If you've seen I think we came out with it last week to contact them directly if you're interested in that class. We're not doing sign-ups at the park, so you will have to contact them directly. And then what else we got, Joe?
Oh well, we got Cowboy bringing in some chili.
Oh yeah.
Who doesn't like free chili? I love chili, especially when it's free.
You know, and
Hot chocolate.
somebody asked me back in the summer if we done like a customer appreciation day, and I mean, not in so many words, but this is kind of the end of the season appreciation. Come out and dive, and we're going to feed you dinner before the night dive, which don't miss the night dive. You don't want to miss that one.
No, so the main event, of course, will be that night dive. And you don't have to be night certified to do it. We actually lead these dives with a professional. Oh, you just have to have two lights, a tank light. I usually have a bunch of extra chem lights we can strap on the tank, so that's usually not an issue. But yeah, usually it's led by me or one of the other instructors. I kind of miss being able to take photos, but hey, it's here nor there. But yeah, I decorate the site and we have a good 30, 45 minute dive. It's a blast. And who can literally go? I don't know anybody else that does it. Decorates an underwater attraction for a dive, and you can only see it that time of year.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, and Steve just asked that is it a night and limited visibility class? So, believe it or not, it is not technically a class, but there are shops that will do that haunted night dive as part of their night course. So you can sign up and do a night limited visibility class, and that can be one of your dives for the certification. Or if you're not certified, like JoJo was saying, it is a professional led dive. If you're already certified, you can take out and go do the trail on your own. But if you're not certified for night diving and you want to do that dive, then you have to do it with the group, the led group.
And it's been growing every year. I think we lit up the quarry last year with lights. It's like, is it going to still be nighttime with all the dive lights on?
Oh yeah, I tell you, it has the trail has grown each year. JoJo does a fantastic job for the Halloween Fest haunted trail dive, so it's going to even be even bigger this year. So you definitely don't want to miss that. Yes, the water's a little bit cooler. You may have to put a 5 or a 7 mil on, but you definitely don't want to miss that night dive. If you like haunted houses and stuff like that, try it underwater. If you've never done the haunted trail dive, do it underwater. It's
Yeah, I mean, let's. I think we had uh, Chucky, my little version of Chucky down there that scared the crap out of one of our instructors last
mhm.
year.
And you never know.
But yeah,
Jason may be lurking around somewhere this
it might
year.
be down there somewhere.
Man.
I got a couple things right now sitting on my kitchen counter situated and getting all the electronics up to date and recharged. So
Yeah. Well, and then
it's a big
of course, if you're down and you don't feel like doing the night dive or whatnot, then we actually have. Of course, you know what this year is, right, JoJo?
2025.
The 50th anniversary of Jaws.
Oh yeah, that
So so
so that is a nice little additive for that.
nice little add-on. Louisville Dive Center is also a sponsoring shop. They are bringing their big blow-up projector screen, and we're going to be watching Jaws out in the pavilion area, uh, starting probably after the first group of night dive comes out. But we're going to let it get good and dark, and then we're going to sit and watch Jaws outside. Somebody even made the comment, "Hey, why don't we do a float and watch it?" If we can figure that
Oh,
out, it's going to be a little chilly, but
I can see it doing that in like in July. But right now, I think it's a little chilly. Bring your own float around and watch the movie. That
yeah.
does sound
Excuse me.
make you go buy a big inflatable screen so we can have movie night at least once.
Exactly. And of course, it's not just on Saturday night on October 25th. You'll be able to dive the trail. It won't be done, but you'll still be able to see it come together in the weeks leading up to the actual dive. So it won't be lit, but you'll be able to see all the progress. And it does. JoJo, it takes you what, like 3 or 4 weekends to set it all
About three
up.
weeks,
Yeah.
and it keeps growing. It's taking me longer. I'm looking at probably taking a couple days off of work so I can do this.
So yeah, and like I said, it doesn't stop on the 25th. There's underwater pumpkin carving on the 26th. So something to do all weekend long that weekend during the Halloween fest. That's coming up October 25th, 26th. But yeah, don't miss the 25th. That's going to be the fun day.
And everything comes out on the 26th. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
it's like you got to be there to experience it, or it's gone.
But it's funny how it comes out a whole lot faster than it goes in.
Oh yeah, it's cut and throw on that day. It's literally up and in the boat. Yeah, I have everything that takes me 3 weekends to get in. Multiple dives comes out within 2 dives.
Yeah. But it's again, it's a fun time. It is the last event of the season, though. So if you haven't made it to one of the events already this year, go ahead and make plans. It's a nice fall day. Typically, is the weather plays nice. Um, you know, just be careful on the chili. That's just be careful on the chili. You know, don't want to eat too much of it before the night dive. Wait until after. Oh goodness. Krista says, "Get Brian on his rebreather, go around and grab feet in the water." Well, we do have 4 rebreather divers, on staff that can. You never know where they're going to show up at.
That would be a nice little add-on, wouldn't it?
Go by the
Run
pirate
around,
ship, you
go get
see a
fast.
skeleton hand, reach out of the hole. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking he puts on a mask and just kind of lingers beside somebody out of the blue, and they look over and see this creature just swimming by
Oh, we have way too much fun with
them.
Halloween. Oh, way too much fun. But yeah, and of course, like I said earlier, here in well, actually 4 weeks, there will be a lot of us in Roatan for our annual staff getaway. Got several people going to be going on that, in addition to I think 3 or 4 of our staff members. So, um, that's going to be that's what I'm looking forward to because I'm ready for 80, 80, 80 diving.
I like 80, 80, 80 diving too.
Don't get it all the time, but you know.
I got to experience it last February, or February.
There you go.
Enjoy it here in a few weeks.
Oh yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, and Emily says dive master class is set for October too. So, yeah, we're still doing classes. Classes are slowly starting to wind down as the temperatures get cooler. I'm not going to say the c word, but I'll say cooler. But yeah, and then of course, we've got all winter back. So we're going to have to be coming up with topics and trivia questions and all that fun stuff here in the weeks to come, JoJo.
oh yeah, got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do just to get our Bon Air trip
Oh yeah,
going. That's going to be here before I know it.
yes it will be. Yeah, and that's another trip I'm looking forward to is Bon Air. The unlimited shore diving. I can't wait to get back to Salt Pier. That was my favorite.
Putting salt here in the Hilma Hooker. Yeah, I'm stuck there.
Well, I
It's
like the
my
Salt Pier because it's more like a reef. It's not a wreck, but definitely the Helma Hooker for the wreck.
yeah. I went inside. You did. It's nice in there.
Oh yeah, I got pictures of you inside the Helma Hooker. All you see is JoJo right here
Yeah,
going in.
yeah. Like
Uh,
look around and gone.
but you know what's in Bon Air too, right?
A lot of stuff
A
is in Bon
Velo.
Air. Halo is in Bon Air.
Yep. So I know when I go to Bon Air in March, I know I can dive a Velo, so I'm good.
I mean, even for our non-divers, there's a lot to do with Bon Air.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that it
I'm looking
is.
forward to it.
So yeah, and I just want to throw out again real quick. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, go ahead and subscribe to it if you don't mind. Helps us grow the channel. Helps us out a whole lot there, and so hit the subscribe button, and that way you get notified when we're on Monday nights. Kind of gives you a hey, they're on. Don't know what we're talking about, but we're on. Half the time we don't know what we're talking about, right, JoJo?
No, it's all improv pretty much, unless we just come up with hey, do you see this? And we're like, oh, let's talk about that.
Well, and we've got DEMA coming up in
We
November.
do,
And of course,
and that's like,
yeah, and of course, DEMA is where we learn about the new stuff coming out and new gear that they're going to be releasing for the next season and everything. So it gives us a chance to kind of review it and see everything. And then when we come back, the following Monday, that's probably one of my favorite episodes to do is recapping the DEMA show so that folks know what new things are coming down the pipe and new equipment, things like that. One thing that I did find interesting that they just released a couple of weeks ago, well, about a month now, but did you know that Sherwood has come out with a fin? I'm not 100% sure, but I had heard that it is Scuba Pro makes it for them, but it's their version of the jet fin.
oh, I've seen a lot of people try to mimic Jet Fin.
Yeah.
They haven't hit the mark yet.
No, it's now I haven't gotten any of these in yet. Like I said, they've only been released like maybe a month, 3 weeks, something. So they haven't been out super long. Matter of fact, it wasn't even well, I didn't go to DEMA last year, but I didn't even hear any chatter on it until like a week before they released it, and it's like, oh wait, what's this? So I'm kind of interested to see what it is.
Yeah, I dive with the Jet Fin. Absolutely love it. Had it since I was 13 years old. So it just tells you how robust they are. And then I think I bought a pair of Tridents from you, which mimicked a lot of them, but they're not the same fin.
Oh, no. Well, and when
Something.
you're, when you're talking about fins, like any other piece of equipment, it's really personal preference. Some people like the jet fins. Some people like split fins. Some people like, a specific brand they're just more comfortable in. I'm not saying one's better than the other or anything like that. It all boils down to, what you're personally comfortable with. Um,
Yeah,
so, yeah.
jet fins are heavy. That Trident is more of a neutral fin.
Yeah.
Probably why I didn't care too much for it. My feet float, and the jet fins help my feet not float.
Yeah. Well, and it also comes down to your exposure system as well. You know, uh, jet fins or the heavier duty fins like the RK3s or things like that are better for dry suits,
Yeah.
versus split fins or, some of these more neutrally buoyant fins because the first thing that's going to float up is your feet.
That's where the air's going to go.
That's where the air is going to go. So, if you got a heavier fin, it's going to help your trim out.
I know I made the mistake of just grabbing a rental fin when I got my dry suit, and that was absolutely hysterical. I couldn't go nowhere with those cheap rental fins.
Yeah, it's funny how scuba works, really. Um, you have parts of a scuba kit, and when I say kit, I'm talking, from head to toe, that if it doesn't all mesh together, it's a horrible experience.
Oh yeah, I was absolutely. It's like, why ain't I going nowhere?
But, I have learned, of course, last year when we were in Roatan, we took the Lafitte scooters with us. So I didn't have to kick. Well, I've been playing more with the Lafitte scooters, so I'm not kicking as much anymore.
There's a lot on your air consumption.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, with the
Uh,
Avelo and the scooter, shoot, I can make one of those Avelo tanks last probably, hour and a half because
uh,
I'm not burning air.
I know. Me and my daughter went diving down at Rainbow River over winter. She was just diving on the 62, and she got an hour and a half dive, and all that's just because she was floating down the river.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely loved it.
Yeah, most definitely. And like I was saying, it depends on the total kit. Some pieces of equipment don't work well with other pieces of equipment. And, if you're not used to, for example, a dry suit and, you got your regular, you know, run of the mill recreational fins, they're probably not going to fit in the boot, number one. And then they're probably not heavy enough to do the job. So that's the reason you'll see a lot of people who use dry suits. They have the jet fins, the RK3s. Tusa come out with one here back in the spring with their Highflex system. That's like I think it's called the Triforce fin, and it reminds me of a jet fin is what it reminds me of. But again, that's a good one for dry suits, recreational, just regular wetsuits or no exposure. They're a little heavy.
But yeah,
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the comments on here since you can't see them.
I, I don't got nothing to keep up with.
Yeah, well, I won't tell you what they're saying about you. I'll leave
Well,
that alone.
that's all right if I don't know. It can't hurt me.
Oh goodness, but well, I'm just going to say I'm glad to be back on Monday nights. We started this break 2 years ago for the summer season, taking the
Yeah, it was
break off.
really hard to do the quarry and come back and do this on Monday
Oh
night.
yeah, yeah, and so and I missed everybody. I missed doing the show, and I'm going to miss the season. of course. But at least this gives us something to look forward to. And, I enjoy this not quite as much as diving, but, it's up there. Most definitely. If I
Oh,
can't be diving, I can be talking diving. I
it's
was not
also good
using my
to
correct grammar. Sorry.
ramp up for the following season too. So
Yeah.
everything in plan for that. I know there's a lot going on. We're planning on doing this winter out the gate already.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned for those upgrades.
Well, and you was talking about the upgrades. We haven't really talked about, the upgrades for this season.
Oh, we did.
No, we haven't. And I know Steve Stormer's one of them, but Nitrox, the number of people using Nitrox at the park this year, I know has doubled,
At
because,
least.
yeah, at least because, with the premix, it's banked now. So everybody's wanting to use it. And that system has worked awesome. It's now I know our O2 supplier is really happy. So just so you know,
Yeah,
Miss Jill
yeah,
piped in
that's
here.
what
We're glad you're back too. So yeah, we got about 4 weeks and we'll be diving together, Miss Jill, Mr. Todd.
good. They're going back to Roatan too. It's good.
Oh yeah, you can't keep Todd away from the line fish. That's he's
Oh, that's one of the big reasons I got to get the FEMA this year because I want to go talk to those guys while they're all in one location and knock out some kind of blind fish trip. They're
oh yeah.
not doing one this year. Oh, I gotta get one.
Oh goodness. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting winter. Again, like JoJo said, got some upgrades and stuff coming down the pipe for the 2026 season. I'm going to keep you guys guessing because don't want to let out too soon. But the upgrades this year, the nitrox system for our technical divers, we finally did get an O2 booster pump. So, we are now able to do more custom blending on that aspect. So, yeah, I can't even remember what else upgrades we did.
Oh, geez. I mean, it doesn't really affect everybody else, but I'm like the new whip setup.
Oh, yeah.
That was
uh,
pretty good on our end.
yeah, like in the air system, so that, when you guys are diving at the quarry and you need an air fill, everything's more streamlined. Yeah, a lot of people don't get to see the behind the scenes upgrades that we do.
Yeah, I mean, normally we're tanks in, tanks out, and all the lines are getting all knotted up by the end of the day. We finally come up with a solution to keep that from happening. So,
Oh, yeah.
uh, but yeah, it's
Well, I'm
love seeing
excited.
Royal and where it's going. I am too.
Yeah, I'm excited. We're still in the diving season. It's not over with yet, by golly. It's we still got a couple of months left. Water is going to cool down, but hey, that's what they make exposure suits for, right?
That's right.
And some of the
Put on
best
that
time.
thicker wetsuit and then
Yeah,
dress suit.
go ahead.
I say, yeah, you need to put on that wetsuit, then move up to that dry suit.
Well, and the fall and late fall and late fall is really a great time to be in freshwater because the thermoclines have pushed down. The visibility is usually phenomenal. You don't have the algae growth. You're not having the rainstorms like we do in the spring. So, conditions are usually really good. And like, during the day, I know Saturday, I got tickled. I walked out Saturday morning to go over to the shop, and here I am in shorts and a long sleeve shirt. And I'm like, ooh, I should have brought pants. It was overcast. It was cold to me.
Yeah.
But it was cooler, and I felt sorry for those who were jumping in the water because the water was warmer than the air. And but by midday, the clouds had moved out, the sun had popped out, it had warmed up. So it's things like that. If you're going to be diving, come prepared. It may be a cooler temperature day. May need to bundle up when you're out of the water or a dry suit.
Mhm. Bring extra towels. Make sure you get dry. Get covered up. Don't stay exposed.
Oh yeah.
Bring
Yep.
some extra hoodies, or we got boat jackets we use.
Uh
I
huh.
got a big hoodie blanket I put on all the time. I look like a big pink marshmallow, but hey, I'm warm.
Yeah.
Stole it from my wife. That's me.
Todd says, "Let's go, JoJo."
Yes, Todd. I know. It did fall through this year. I have it on the books to get it on. Get it
Randy
going.
says,
Get it.
"Oh,
Going.
sorry. Go ahead."
So, hey, I'm going to try to go to Destin with that. That's my goal. And do more of the chicken coops and stuff. That way we can just get a bunch of lionfish. That's what I'm shooting for.
Let's see. Randy says, "Not 95-degree air and 75-degree water." No, Saturday it was like 77-degree water, 62-degree air. It was cold. All right. Well, it is 8:55, JoJo. So real quick again, if you're just tuning in with us, if you wouldn't mind, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified whenever we're on Monday nights. If you want to watch, great. It helps us build the channel. And right now, JoJo, as always, any final thoughts for us for tonight?
Dude, I'm just happy to be back. I love talking scuba. I love scuba in general. Uh, look excited for the adventure. Uh, you know, it's always great when we start the season because I get to see everybody and talk to everybody. I want to hate for that part to kind of start wrapping up, but at the same time, I'm looking forward to start planning the next adventure. We got lots in store. Yeah, another great day at Pennyroyal.
Oh, yeah. What did you see the it wasn't shared on the main Facebook page, but did you see the post that I shared today? That I Love
Yeah,
Kentucky
I wanted to
article that come
shout
out?
out transportation or Kentucky Forest.
Yeah. Yeah, I seen that today and I'm like, "Ooh, wow, okay, cool." So if you hadn't had a chance, it's on I Love Kentucky Facebook page. It's an article about the quarry that come out today. So check it out. If you're friends with me on Facebook, I did share the link. I just didn't get around to share it on the main Facebook page yet, but yeah, we'll get that up too. So
No, I'm surprised we don't show up more. I don't know of another facility that's like us with the hospitality and the room and all the stuff that comes with the admission price. For less than $30, you're getting mission in. You're getting diving all day. We got these nice pavilions that keep you in the shade. And we're getting cool. We got a warming container to help keep you warm.
oh yeah,
A lot of good stuff. I'm surprised that we don't show up more in those kind of articles.
yeah. Well, it's okay. We do what we do. Everybody loves it, and we just keep on enjoying diving.
That's it. It's fun, and we enjoy when they do pop up.
Oh yeah. Well, I like being kept a secret at sometimes. uh, Makes the visibility better. No, I'm just joking.
All you do is stay at the bottom.
Oh goodness. All right, guys. Well, it is almost that 9 o'clock hour, and I want to thank you all for tuning in with us tonight. This is our first episode back in the fall season. First episode solely on YouTube, so we are we're happy to be here on the YouTube platform. Hopefully, we can grow the channel. And thank you guys for chiming in with us and conversating, conversation with us. Yeah, I told you it's a Monday.
Chris, I see you.
Yeah. Hey, I'm trying to. My Grammarly's trying to kick in. Leave me alone. But anyway, guys, we've been doing this since the 2020, the start of the pandemic, as a way to get together and talk about scuba diving. And I mean, I never would have thought. Here we are, 5 years later, going strong, talking about the sport that we all love and enjoy. And so yeah, I'm happy to be back. Happy to be able to do this with JoJo, and happy to be able to talk with you guys about all things scuba. So.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a great
Most
time.
topic, we might talk about it too.
Oh
We're
yeah,
always looking for a good idea.
oh yeah. And that's what we're here for. To talk anything scuba. If you have questions, gear, training, any just questions in general about scuba, ask. That's we're here to interact and well. We don't mean to entertain, but we do have some shenanigans that we entertain ourselves anyway.
There might be some shenanigans this weekend.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, I should have remembered that in Atlanta for the Georgia Aquarium trip.
Santa's coming up, so you might get a little dance off. Who knows?
Oh yeah, be watching
See if I get my
the
daughter to participate.
be watching the Georgia Aquarium Ocean Voyager webcam. JoJo may come across the screen doing a little jig.
Well, I heard there was an opening for a whale shark opening. So I figured I'd go put it in for the spot.
Oh my goodness!
What's
Yeah.
everybody,
Okay.
Chris? Live, breathe.
Whew. All right. On that note, it is 9 o'clock. We got to get out of here. So, anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. We can't wait to see you right here on Monday Night Safety Stop here on our YouTube channel next Monday night. If you're diving with us this weekend, we can't wait to see you. If you're not, we hope you have a fun, safe, and wonderful diving experience. We'll catch you guys next Monday night right here on the Pennyroyal Scuba YouTube page. I got to get used to start saying that. I'm used to saying Facebook.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will catch you guys next Monday night. Have a great week.
Scuba channel, right?
Yep, Scuba Channel. Pennyroyal Scuba.